Turning now to business news, Nona Peltier joins us here.
And it's a Friday afternoon.
You look very excited that it's Friday.
I actually am.
Why not? I'll tell you who's not excited are retailers here in Australia. They say, $3.5 billion lost to theft.
Yeah, that's Australian dollars. So for New Zealand, if you kind of estimated it'd be about $700 million of losses, which is quite substantial. And, 57% of the losses are from their shoppers, the customers. But the rest is their staff and suppliers.
Oh, really?
So that's, a hefty loss for a lot of damage control must be had there. And
that'd be an interesting breakdown, because if a lot of them are suppliers, that means that the goods aren't even making it to the store.
Presumably, I guess. And it's interesting that supermarkets, clothing retailers, they're hardest hit. Supermarkets, for example, lose things like meat. Well, that's not that surprising.
Which is expensive.
Yes. But they also, baby milk formula.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a very competitive market.
Yes, and it's being resold into the Chinese market. And then another one is face cream.
Really?
Yeah, face cream.
Is it pricey? I wouldn't know.
Well, I don't buy mine at the supermarket, but potentially it is, yeah. And so there you go. So what are they going to do about it? I guess they're going to try and find ways to make those, to counter those losses with surveillance and so on. But ultimately, it's consumers who pay for that. And they don't think they get a lot of help from the police either. There's certainly a market in people who steal these goods and then, like, say, meat and alcohol resold to restaurants. So it's finding its way into the economy in other ways. But, yeah, it's really hard on retailers who have had a pretty tough time passing on expenses to rising costs to consumers in the past year as well.
Wow. We need more people like those nice people in Kaikohe yesterday who grabbed all the cash from that lady who runs the takeaway and gave it all back to her.
Oh.
And she made a profit.
Oh, very nice. Yes.
Metro Performance Glass, it says it's going to focus more on staff and customers with little growth in profits. So what's going on there?
Yeah, it's confusing. You'd think here's the construction sector has been booming, and this is the New Zealand's largest glass producer, sort of a manufacturer of glass products, so to speak. But, they expanded into the Australian market after listing here in 2014. So they listed on the market here, the share market, in 2014, and their list price at that time, the issue price was $1.70 a share, debuted at $1.75.
Right.
And I got to tell you that today they dropped 5% to 37 cents.
Wow.
And their expansion in Australia didn't work out well for them. That market's been quite sluggish. So they've decided to focus more on keeping their staff and their customers and less on about manufacturing and sales because the market's pretty flat. So is their profit. They made $25 million last year. That's what they're expecting to make this year.
Wow.
Yeah, so there you go. No growth there.
Okay. And the markets, how'd they go today?
Well, actually, the markets overall are down, and that's partly because of what happened in Europe. The central bank, people were expecting the bank to ease interest rates, and that would have boosted the markets, but they didn't. No. So the market went, oh, well, hang on. Maybe we have to readjust our thinking. And as a result, the market fell 0.8%. So yesterday we had a gain of 0.8. Today we had a drop. That's 91 points, down 10,000 to 10,808. And our dollar's trading at 66.5 US, 95.8 Australian, and 53.4 pence.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Nona. Have a very good weekend.
And you.
Thanks very much. Nona Peltier there, the latest in the business world.